we've got the old Denver crew from the dojo. It's Barron and Seth, and a future visitor of Denver in 2 weeks, me, Drew Nordovic, and the dojo scrubs. This is, I think, our third episode back since the long hiatus, the scrub sabbatical. I don't know whatever you want to call it. The dark
sabbatical. Yeah.
But yeah, we're here. I actually haven't even opened up chat yet, so I don't know what's going on with all of you. I'm gonna just.
I see.
Go down.
It's showing me 4 people are.
That's. I mean,
yeah.
we just went live, right? It's gonna take.
Yeah. So I think you got a minute till.
Yeah.
We get some.
Well, one of those 4 is me, so.
Yeah, one of them is me.
About to be me. But anyways, what I wanted to do was actually feature a game that was actually like covered fairly extensively, and because it was actually streamed, but for reasons that will become apparent here in the future. I just wanted to show you guys this game as entertainment level. We're not going into the deep end on the analysis here, since it was covered heavily.
Well, you speak for yourself.
Well,
no,
I'm just mentioning that you guys know that it has been well covered by the Cartier and David on this stream. So. Yeah,
which reminds me, this is like we didn't talk at all about what we're doing on this program. So
oh yeah, we have no idea. We're doing
cool.
Dojo Scrubs.
Classic Scrubs.
Yeah, unprepared.
Nice. All right, I like it.
Let Chad make some determination. We have to do more catch up. You know, like last stream when you were on, Seth, it was just kind of like we dove into the puzzles and it's just a puzzle rush. This is more gonna be a chill, hang out, play some games, whatever. Like
look
just
at games.
Relax, whatever. You know.
I like to wing it, but I sometimes get some negative feedback in my profession for it. But I'm like, come on, just let me wing it.
Well, I
wing it all the time.
Feedback in your profession for winging scrubs.
No, for winging my job.
Well, this is a hobby. We're not getting paid here.
Oh, exactly. No, and also, I think it's
as you can clearly tell, this is not a professional production.
This is scrubs.
Being able to wing it is like, I think underrated.
Yeah,
like
it allows for more.
I'm like, I can teach people math on the spot. You know, it's like I've seen it before. I know how it's supposed to go.
I look at the schedule, be like, oh, I talk about this today. Got it. And then off I go to teach.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, why don't you guys try this, and I'll see how you do, and we'll see if do I need to teach it, or should I show you something else?
So first off, do either of you know who this player is? I'm first going to ask that. Either you've seen this username, or are you aware of it?
Hold on, I gotta
terminate the system.
No, I do not know terminate the system.
Nope.
Okay. Well, then I'll reveal who that person is in the end, because you do know who they are, but. I'm going to leave that as, because I did not know while playing this game who my opponent was. They were just somebody in the dojo tournament, right?
Nice.
So, anyways.
Have you played them before?
I have played them before, but I did not know that they were.
Yeah, but you didn't know you were playing.
I did not know their identity, right?
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So I went back. I've been playing Sicilian a lot recently, and so I went back to E5, hoping not to get an Italian, because the Italian is my arch nemesis, and I hate it, and that's actually why I left playing E5.
Really?
Yeah, I hate the Italian.
Worse than the Spanish?
Yep.
Oh, because you have an offbeat. Because you have a line against the Spanish, and you don't have one against the Italian.
I've got a line against the Spanish.
That is true.
So.
For at our level, it's like what the opponent plays is very little to do with like whether it's like the best or whether it's like even like the one that like meets your style the best or whatever, like you would expect it. It's just like I have a pet line in this opening, and so I play it better.
Yeah.
And so
So
and this one I don't.
This is the stuff of like fear, and I know that I was almost out of it. I was almost fine, you know. I got the Italian. I was just like, of course I got the Italian the first time. I'm returning to play E5 for no reason. Why didn't I stick to the Sicilian like I've been doing over the last like few months, right?
Ooh.
So
which Sicilian do you like to play?
I don't even know, dude. I don't even have.
Oh, are you saving that for?
No, I mean, dude, I like just play. I just play stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just play.
Yeah, but like, if in like the most like critical line, like when they play the open, when they play D4 and you take it, and what do you play after? And then the knight takes it. What do you play after? Or like after?
I play E6. I play traditional.
Or like after they play knight F6, what do you do?
I've been going back between E6 and E5, honestly.
No, okay, but what do you play? What do you play second? What's your second move in like a normal, so say E4 then knight F6? So E4, C5, knight F6. What do you play?
E4, C5, knight
F3. Sorry.
Knight F3, knight C6.
You play knight C6.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
But then I still have to deal with the pesky like bishop B5 or B5, and I'm still not sure what I want to do with it yet. I haven't made a lot of plans around that.
Bishop B5 right afterwards? Oh,
yeah.
Rossalimo. Oh.
That's like, what is that called?
Rossalimo.
Rossalimo, right, yeah. I haven't made my plans up about the Rossalimo yet. But
yeah, nobody, I mean, I think you just got to be like, okay, we're going to play a game. You can do what I do, which is I get a little crazy against the Rossalimo sometimes.
Yeah.
I just send it. But
okay.
Most people just play like solid because it's like, okay, well, White's not like trying to kill me, so let's just play a game.
I like how we're not even talking about this game. We're talking about another opening completely. This is the
Let's see this game.
And here I go. So David already criticizes me pretty strongly with this move. He says, you're not allowed to play D6 here.
What move?
This one right here. D6. Yeah.
What am I looking at?
Well, can you go back a little bit? Because I didn't think White was able to just like go bang, bang and just get the two pawns in the center unless you let them, right? Like this quickly in the Italian.
It's that C3 business, C3, D4. That's the thing. So I have an option.
Yeah, but after so they can just do that. Why don't they just do that every time? I guess they do. They play C3, but then doesn't Black have something that's annoying if they try to play D4?
Can I play D5 right now?
It's a kind of I see. It's a gambit, right? Because you play knight F6 and they're just hanging their E pawn.
Well, if you play D5 right now and they just take it.
No, I'm saying White.
Yeah.
Why does White? Okay.
Well, the point is that they're attacking my bishop, so they're not hanging the pawn yet because they're attacking a piece first. So
okay, but after you resolve that tension, it'll be your move, and the E pawn will be hanging.
Because now it's my move, and now they can reset by protecting the pawn. Now I can take, and I didn't.
Oh, I see. You played check.
I was playing too fast.
Now you can
here.
take it.
I should have just taken, but instead I just played D6, and this was a problem. And David was like, "Yeah, you're just playing normal opening moves, and that's fine, but they're attacking too much. You're not allowed. You have to step in here and make something happen." And I was like,
"It seems like if you don't take the pawn, they're just getting a great opening."
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I was just timid because I haven't played like this in a long time. So I'm just like, oh man, you know. So, anyways. But I did want to move through this quickly only because this was already covered by, So, I should also turn off the eval bar. It's only visible to me, but I guess you can kind of see it. How I
no, it's on the stream. Also, just turn off computer.
Yeah, it's off.
Yeah.
Now.
Okay.
So I play this bishop G4 move, and my opponent A3 back here, and now all of a sudden I'm actually in trouble. Like this is a problem.
This is annoying. Yeah.
David said I had to basically take Take on f3. I come back here.
Well, what if you? But they're gonna take on f6. Like you can't stop them, right?
Well, the point is that like it destabilizes their center. Like d4
Right.
now it becomes destabilized.
If you just play bishop takes, queen takes,
Yeah. Show
knight
me.
takes
Can you,
d4.
can you show that?
So if I go like here, and then
So, yeah, if you take the
worried
knight-
about this, but I thought then maybe I have like this. Okay, that's what David wanted, like this.
And then you take on take on d4.
right. That's what
But-
David was saying.
They're gonna. Yeah. Okay.
That at least because it tempos the queen. You know what I mean? It's a little bit more.
It wins a pawn.
It doesn't. Well, temporarily. I'm still in trouble.
Why?
Right.
Why temporarily? I mean, yes, I agree. You have other problems, but it for
Yeah,
sure wins a pawn.
that's my main point. Is that
They have
yeah.
they've got a lot.
Oh
of
yeah, I'm
compensation.
not sure what's going on after queen g3.
Queen g3 looks like a big problem.
Or queen g. Yeah, queen g3. Exactly. Right. Hello.
Yeah.
Like. Oh, actually, I can start to try to do a fork business, right? Like, can I like play b5, kick the bishop, and try to get into fork the queen?
b5, bishop d3
Bishop d3, and then hit the bishop again with like
with.
nothing. Dang it. I don't. It's another.
Or
way to
actually b5. Yeah, b5, bishop d3. I don't see.
I don't see much of a follow up. Yeah. Anyways, let's go. It's just a line. I just want to. Basically, I just want to get to the end. I had some problems, and David's already saying like, well, you know, but Dorito,
What was h6?
I wanted to kick the bishop, and I'd rather.
Why? He's gonna take your knight in. He's gonna do that without you taking.
I missed that. I was already overwhelmed.
Okay.
I'm flailing.
He's
right?
already got a bad position. You can't really.
Yeah, but you got 11 minutes of a 15-minute game,
I
and
know.
you know your position's bad. Don't. Yeah. Anyway. All right.
So I'm
The end
down.
is very nice.
I'm down. I get forked. So now it's just
Okay.
all kinds of bad.
So
Yeah.
I think you could have.
Oh, by the way, chat, neither of these commentators know who my opponent is yet, so don't reveal it yet in chat.
I think you could have.
Because the
Could you have
surprise-
thrown in bishop takes c4 before? Like go back.
Yeah,
a few moves.
that was actually something David had noted. I was just not playing well here at all. Yeah, right here, right? Bishop takes c4
Yeah.
attacking. I looked at this, and I think I was worried about, like, further. I looked at that.
Avoids losing the bishop or losing another piece at least.
Yeah. Well, there was a.
Well, right now he's not down a piece.
Right, I know. I'm saying. Well,
But,
okay,
yeah.
you're right. It avoids losing a piece
Right.
in addition to having a destroyed
Yeah.
position.
So, I mean, you just have to check out bishop takes rook, bishop takes rook,
Yeah.
and then I think you're fine.
But yeah. I think it's an even trade if they do go well. Well, I mean,
Now.
no, that loses a piece for white, right?
Why?
Because you took a bishop.
Well, they get this bishop here.
Or no,
back,
wait, what did you take? Yeah, you took their bishop.
And then I would do this, and then.
Right,
Then you would
you're a
take
piece up.
theirs. You're a piece up.
So wait, what do they have to
So
do?
that's like.
They have to do.
They have to recapture the bishop.
Yeah, they have
First,
to take
right?
the time. Yes.
Yeah, they don't have
play
time to
queen
take
takes.
your rook.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Like this was just what you had to calculate.
But this is also terrifying, I think, with the open king.
Well, better than losing a piece.
You
I
have an
don't
open
know.
king. You could be an open king with down a piece or open king
And not
equal
down a
material.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're right. I think I wanted to keep pieces on the board
I guess
more.
technically you're
I
down
wanted
pawn,
to keep
but, like,
pieces on the
whatever.
board more. I didn't want to trade down as far. I think that was my logic. But that was
Yeah, but-
wrong. That was wrong.
You
was
negated
wrong.
the concrete problem. Yeah, you overlooked the concrete problem. Anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. I wanted to keep activity, basically. But that was a wrong
Alright.
idea.
But you missed the tactic.
Right.
Okay.
So this happens, this happens, this happens, this happens, this happens. I'm getting, oh crap. But the whole thing is David's noting white is not developing their rooks. White is not developing their rooks. And I'm like,
they feel they're so confident they feel like they can checkmate you without them.
They don't need those rooks. Why would they? I just get.
They're like, if we get a queen trade, then I'll get my rooks in the game.
Okay, bishops trade off. Knight comes back. You know, I'm just like, okay, I'm hanging out. Queen comes in, but see, the rooks are still on F1 on the A1.
So are you saying we're setting up for a classic Drew swindle here?
So then this happens. This knight comes in, kicks the bishop, and this bishop, black to move and win.
Wait, okay. I was like, you said that before the position.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's an Anastasia mate.
Yes, sir. Straight up.
Play knight e2 and then sack the queen.
Everything, leaving me with just a rook and a knight.
Oh yes, that's right.
With the fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like.
You found it. That's nice.
Isn't that crazy?
You were studying your checkmate patterns.
Yeah.
Just like
nice. And the opponent was an old new account of Mr. Charlie Silva.
Oh man, he must have been furious.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I wish that could have been caught on camera.
Yeah. That was the opponent. So.
Charlie's got a new account.
And he's still, so basically what happened was he was deleting his Facebook account, but because his Facebook is linked to his chess.com account, he couldn't access his old account, so he was using an older account that he had before, or whatever, I guess, he got this other, I don't know, he's been going through accounts, so.
Okay, whatever, some weird Charlie story.
Yeah, I don't know.
Going into Charlie files, oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, this was, and David had quoted and said, "This is one of those things that Drew can always."
This is like classic to your two personalities. I've seen like Charlie will be winning and then like panic for no reason and then start just like losing and letting things snowball, and you will just like be like, "Blah," and like,
Seth, like, Charlie's not the only one. You've also been my victim. Let's be honest.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I guess that's a little bit of
We've literally had that several times in our history.
Yeah. But yeah, like Drew all of a sudden just starts
Like your first OTP game ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was my other.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, it's just like, yeah, I've seen both of you do this.
Oh, you see.
Like, if we were looking at it from if I'm looking at it from your perspective, it's like you are completely lost, and then find a way to. And then, like, from Charlie's perspective, I've definitely seen him be like completely winning, and then just like collapse. Yeah,
he's just trying to trade pieces and then just
collapse. Like a psychological like meltdown in the middle of the game.
Yeah.
So
moving forward, I was trying to push through that quickly because it's already been on the dojo.
That was a good find.
I know that Norris has already seen this, and So.
Although, when did you see it? Because like knight e2 check was like a very like. Just like, I would play this.
I mean,
did you see it when you played knight e2? You're like, I'm going to knight e2
I saw it when I played knight f4, actually, because I wanted to boot the bishop and then get the check, and then I was like, that's an Anastasia.
See, what would have made it really seal the deal if you go back if you'd have played queen takes h2 first.
F4 is the most dangerous square for a black knight.
Yeah. So wait, seeing it, played queen takes...
So like
before the check.
So right before the check.
So queen takes.
So
does that
H2
work?
check.
It does work that way. Yeah. It does work.
So this is how you remove all doubt that I saw the mate to the end because I sacked the queen first move.
Oh, so you know what? That's a good idea.
But even if I did see that, man, I still wouldn't try. I would still play the other order because it's like safer.
Well, look at the clock.
Because I would still,
there's still
always I've blundered it enough times where I thought I checked it and I was wrong.
Yep. Yep.
Gotta keep practicing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys have other games you wanted to look at. I don't know if you guys want to play some variants. I don't know if you guys want to go play some games in between and get some commentary going. Yeah. What
I mean, I have games if you want. I hadn't planned on sharing one, but I always have games. But
yeah, I've got games. They're a little bit older, but still fine, I think.
All right. Well, let's.
But yeah, if you want to do something else,
I guess if you send, I mean, it's up to you guys. Do you guys want to do games? Do you guys want to play? Do you guys want to chat about something about chess? I mean, it's up to you.
Now, do I have games loaded and ready? That's a different question.
If you have them loaded and ready, then yes, we can.
Because you gotta do the controls, right?
Yeah, because I don't want to have to input with you just reading them off to me or something like that.
Oh yeah, you don't want to switch the screen share. That's too much.
I could do that, I guess. But also, if you don't have the input, it's just going to add a lot of time. That's the main point. I feel like if we're going to share games, they have to be already in the database. I feel like that's a good rule.
Or just already PGN'd, basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, maybe then. I mean, I have plenty of games PGN. I could just pick one, but
Where you at, Joe? Did you want to look at a Seth game, or did you want to play some variants?
We could look at someone else's games too.
Or do you want to share one of your games that's PGN?
Let's see.
You're the guest. We always leave it up to the guests for the final say on the direction of what we do, because we're here for the guests. That's the whole point of this show.
Right. Let's see. So
Ringo wants some controversy.
That's a good. I think what produces the most of that.
I don't know. We can look at knight versus bishop endgames.
Yeah. Like any type of analysis, because pull games from a book. I don't know.
We could talk about Oprah openings.
Nah, I think we've anything left to discuss there. There's no meat on that bone.
I actually lost to him a couple weeks ago in one of the Dojo Rapids.
Yeah, he's not hard. He's not easy to beat. What is this game?
I mean, this is hey, Ringo, I don't think there's an argument there. This game is a proof of concept immediately. What you're looking at is actual proof. There's no debate.
Let me open up this game a second. Let's see. I'll open it
yeah, true. There's nothing.
I've done such a bad job of loading my games lately.
All right, let's see. Then I'll just send it to you in Discord.
Yeah. All right. I'm trying to figure out. Should I go to which feature do I want to pull up? Analysis, just straight analysis. Classroom. Ooh, we can do classroom. Let's try classroom again. We haven't tried that in a while. New room. And that way we can all play around in there.
And we'll blame Driven if it doesn't work.
Okay.
So what should I be in?
I will send you. I'll send you a link.
Okay. In the meantime, let's see what topics. What's topical? Chess wise.
Are you underscore? I always forget. You're underscore Liechtenstein, right? Yeah.
So Drew, you are playing Vegas this year for sure?
I am, dude. Are you coming?
Not sure. I don't know.
Joe, you gotta come.
I don't know if it's
come to Vegas.
Financially the smartest thing. We'll see. Well,
if you win, you might break even.
Well, that's true.
That's the trick. Just make money in Vegas.
Yeah, but see if I've never played chess with that kind of pressure on me before. I wonder see if it's a good thing or a bad thing. It'd be a good experiment.
Barron, what's your chess.com username again?
Barron411.
Gotcha. Are you guys seeing
Vegas,
these
New
invites
Mexico.
pop up?
Yep.
Seth, did you see yours?
What did you send me? Where is it?
Chess.com.
It'll be on the chess.com thing. It should be a little pop up in the bottom right corner.
No.
I almost made it to Vegas, New Mexico. I went to a music festival not far from there. So, did somebody send me a game yet on the Discords?
Yeah, no, and I don't see the thing. Am I supposed to be on just the chess.com homepage?
Chess.com,
generally? Yeah, you might have to click chess.com and hit the play button.
Go to play?
Yeah.
But I still don't see anything.
Why don't you send it again, Drew?
Okay.
Hi, Falk.
Yeah, I'll try again.
Hey, Falk, what's up?
We should get Falk
a game that
again. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
We have to do those earlier times though.
Falk might be good enough for us to have to
Seth,
do.
I just sent you one.
No, I don't see it. What is it? Can you? Is there a link?
It should be a pop-up on your main browser. Is that how it generally comes up? It's just like a pop-up in the bottom right of your browser. It says, "Hey, join the study."
Yeah. I made the browser bigger, made it smaller. No, I don't see it. Huh. I don't know.
Try again.
Yeah, we're trying, Falk, to make it. I'm usually the problem as to why it's not.
Just sent it again.
Can you send a link in one of these chats?
Oh yeah, there is a link thing, isn't there? Like a.
Oh, here, we'll try this.
Link.
Oh, that's the wrong.
I'll put it in the Chess Dojos or in the Dojo Scrubs or the Scrubs chat.
Try in the Zoom chat.
Zoom chat? Okay. Well, what do you need, Seth? Did you see it in? Did you want me in Zoom or do you want it in?
Well, I saw the Discord one first, so I'll try that. Okay.
Oh, you accepted it. You're in there.
There we go.
Yeah. I see it. We got Timothy Stevens, Joseph Timmer.
Yeah, that's us.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Timothy Stevens. What?
Oh.
Yeah, this is kind of like.
The game, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's probably a guy around Seth's age. I played last year.
Okay.
This is probably the best game I played of the tournament.
You both have full control now. So if I hit this, so you are black, by the way. Should we put it in your perspective, or should we do the David way and just make everybody work? I'm gonna go.
No, I'll put it the.
No, we will put the hero on the bottom.
Although
That's right.
what's annoying is they don't switch the names. So you are still black, but the name is showing up at the top incorrectly. So, sorry.
Oh,
chat.
what the heck? That's insane.
I know, right?
You flip the board, you flip the names that go with the colors.
It did.
So even if you flip the board, it doesn't change it?
No!
Chess.com.
Oh, Dripman.
Blame Drip.
All right. Well, we'll play it from the white perspective. Otherwise, it's going to be too...
Yep. We'll have to do
Too
it.
weird.
We'll have to do it the David way. Is just make everybody
All right.
work to imagine that they're playing
I have it
opposite
flipped.
direction. Because I've like literally like been like asking David like, oh, can you flip the board? And be like, no, I won't do that. It's like, okay, fine.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
Yeah, no.
Oh, good. It's a Rui, not an Italian. Love it.
Meh.
So are you guys seeing these moves on your
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Got him.
So ooh, that's an interesting. You take. Okay. I don't usually take.
No, I'm black.
Oh, you're black. Oh, they took. And that's inaccurate, right?
It took the first comment to throw Drew off. He made about the game. Yeah.
But like that's inaccurate, right? You're not actually supposed to take there. You have to.
It's fine.
It's a
Is
line.
it fine?
It's a line. Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was seen as subpar. But
No.
okay.
No, because
I don't know.
they took a move to attack your bishop, so you can.
Right.
Yeah.
I played A6. They took, and
Okay.
it's fine.
Bishop d6, protect the pawn, makes sense. This attack the pawn again, makes sense. Get a little pin. This all seems very normal so far. Nothing too crazy, except for the one thing I did mention. But I guess it's still theory. Do you know when you leave book, by the way, in this game?
I think after C3, I was probably out of book.
Okay. But you don't know if this is played by masters yet. It's probably here, but
I mean, I'm sure the first 6 moves before C3 have all been played before.
yeah. I don't know if I can quick pull up a book with this style of in the classroom. I don't see Explorer, I guess. If I just click, yeah, okay, yeah, but there's only 3 games here, so that would make me think that this is out of theory, right? If you only have 3 games and you're 7 moves into a Rui, somebody did something wrong already, like pretty much.
Wrong.
I would say because masters play the Rui so much. The fact that this has only been seen 3 times and you're only 7 moves into a Rui, which is like the most played opening ever, means somebody probably played something wrong. That's
3 masters found it suitable.
Right.
Is that enough?
Where in the database does it deviate the most?
No, I think where I might have gone wrong is probably when I think I should have taken on D4.
Yeah.
I think maybe I was out of book actually there.
Because it says, well, Bishop G4, there's still
Because now they play
games.
H3. Because now they play H3, and you have to take the knight, basically, right?
The win rates go way up, though. Yeah, this Bishop
Well,
G4
exactly.
move
So this is
bad.
probably like
Yeah.
So white should play H3, and then it's maybe not like the most testing.
no.
Right,
I think that's the DE5 is the
D5 here, yeah.
I think that's the problem.
Well, D5, then maybe trade queens and play H3, or no, you wouldn't trade queens. No, because DE5 takes. If they trade queens, it seems okay. What would be the problem if white played DE?
I think then I'd take.
Wait, why not? Oh yeah, you could just take.
I don't like.
Oh yeah, you can't take. You have to take the knight first.
Oh, that's terrible for black. Oh, yeah, that's gross.
And I'm just like way behind in development.
Yep. This is a problem.
Well,
not so fast.
I'm not sure about Rook D1, but
Rook D1, yeah, Queen F6.
It wants Knight D2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just a casual Knight D2 here, huh? Actually, I like Knight D2 because you're going to basically tempo the bishop with like Knight C4 ideas, maybe?
Right.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I just get this problem of I have this really bad knight.
What if you just play like B5 though after Knight D2? And then that knight doesn't really have a few. Where does that knight want to go? And it's blocking the bishop. Like, so white's kind of.
So we go.
White doesn't have a huge lead in development here. A minor lead. But like, why'd you play B5?
Oh, this has been played before too. B5 was to restrict the knight from tempoing the bishop and to kind of gain some queenside space. That's the theory. That was my theory.
If you're worried about development, then
yeah, that's fair.
If this is the problem if the problem with Black's position is its development, then
then you should develop, yeah. Well, I guess the thing is White's development doesn't look great either because they have to get that bishop out and that pawn is still weak. Is still loose.
Well, I mean, I think the big problem is going to be just the C5 square for Black.
Well,
you got
now that you played B5, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, I see that.
But you say B5 is a move?
No, well, I'm just saying that was played once in like two other games. It's been played.
So someone else thought, Knight C4 was so problematic. Maybe it is.
It's annoying. It's definitely annoying.
I think just the general problem is once this bishop moves, E5 is going to be annoying, and then
don't move it, just defend it. But then do you run into some other problem maybe?
Right.
Well, Knight C4, yeah, because like, what if you just played like Queen E7 after Knight C4?
So not like, play B5.
Not play B5, yeah.
Queen E7.
Well, what if you play?
Queen E7.
What do you play? What if you play like? What if you start with Queen F6?
Queen F6.
It's not getting you closer to castling unless you.
Oh, actually, you know what I want to do then? I want a queen trade and play Rook E1.
I would not want to trade queens as white.
Yeah, I like Barron's move better.
Why? Well, the idea of the queen trade is that if they take with the knight, we can continue our plan of Knight C4 with the pawn.
But what if white doesn't trade queens?
I'm saying why I like to do the queen trade as white. That was my
point. But if you're gonna take my queen, I'm gonna
take your
get
queen. Are you taking back with the knight or the bishop?
Knight, probably, unless it's tactically wrong.
Then I'm gonna tempo your bishop with Knight C4.
All right, put it on the board.
Yeah. Okay, Knight C4.
Okay, all right. I'm unmoved. Okay, I moved my bishop.
Where? Okay, let's say C3. C3. Tempo it again.
Bishop A7.
Bishop A7. Okay, now I play E5.
Knight D4. Knight D5.
Knight D5. Get my bishop into the game, with bishop G. Bishop G. This looks pretty scary. I think. For
what have you accomplished?
Well, you're pushing this pawn down Black's throat, right? And you get rooks behind it. That could be a problem.
It's not a passed pawn.
Not yet, but it's kind of bottling. I feel like Black's bottling.
It's like a pawn this far down the board is
right.
Sometimes a liability, sometimes a strength.
I feel like here it's a strength, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
Well, I think white's probably better because they're going to get control of the D file because of this bishop. And black doesn't really have too much time to do this kind of stuff.
Black has a nice bishop, and I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're maybe like half a tempo behind.
All right.
It's like it doesn't seem like it's that like white's gotten very much here.
Well, this pawn might also be kind of annoying to defend because of knight a5.
Yeah, if there's something concrete like that, that could be. There's no good way. If you have to go passive to defend that. But actually, what you do is you just castle queens. Oh, you can't yet, but if you tempo the bishop, then castle queenside, right? Depends.
Knight a5 long castle. Woohoo!
Well, you can't long castle. It's illegal. But I'm saying you play h6, g5.
Yeah.
h6 and g5 if they insist on staying on the diagonal, then you long castle. Castle.
Okay, now is knight a5 a fun business? Is it fun? Yeah, I like h4. Huh.
Yeah. Okay, it's a game.
This looks, I feel like white's definitely comfortable here. I would get.
It's a completely different game than what got played.
I'm gonna go with,
right. I mean, I don't know. I mean, what's?
I'm going.
White's
plus,
got
plus 0.7. That's what I'm doing right here. I'm giving this plus 0.7.
You give we don't have computers. We don't play.
That's my evaluation. I'm not a computer.
That's not a. It's a
personal evaluation. That's all it is.
Yeah, but that tells you nothing about like the human, how a human is doing in a game.
I'm saying that if I was looking at this game, I would tell myself that white.
You're saying that's what you're saying. A better way of putting that is white is slightly better.
Well, but slightly better can still be 1.5.
No, that's considerably better.
No, I would call this white has an edge.
Okay. All right.
Debatable to me. Debatable.
I think we're all allowed to have our own nomenclature.
Yeah,
in these things. I would like to relate it. I try to relate it to the computer so that I can then check myself and say, "Hey, well, I said that I thought it was 0.7, and I was wrong.
But again, this. Point sevens come in different shapes, and like to the computer, everything is just like objective. I played the best move, and it's this much advantage. 20 moves deep, whereas like to a human you have to say like what can they play for, what is realistic, who has more problems to solve, like things like that.
They're related
just
though,
like
right?
Perfect play however deep I can my motherboard goes.
Well, no, I think that someone posted something recently that was basically saying anything less than like 1.4 or something like this was still going to be likely a draw with best play.
1.
That's like the computer standard. Yeah.
So then actually
it depends on like what part of the game.
So 1.5 would be a small advantage still.
It depends. That's like in an end game though, Joe. I'm pretty sure that's like in an end game situation. Whereas like if you get that in a middle game, it sort of depends.
No,
like it just depends what the. Right?
Well, I mean, there's always like the sort of
horizon
limit, the horizon. So, right. But. It's evaluating like 40 move, like 20 moves, 30 moves deep, and like most of its value, most of the variations it checked after a minute. If it's like 1.2 or something like this, it's white is better, but still likely draw-ish.
And also, an engine evaluation, a bad engine also still gives a number evaluation. That's another argument, right? Because like
not all engines, just the ones we see for free on chess.com and Lichess give not all engines give number evaluations. Some give win probability evaluation.
But that can still be converted, right?
Well, isn't this how we decided that my bishop g4 move was not good because when we looked at the Masters database, the win percentage went way up for white?
Yeah, I think honestly, if you were going to use a computer evaluation, I still think it's like not the best way of it's not the most useful like way of thinking about it for like a game between two humans, or at least not two like non-GM humans. But like, but yeah, I think win probability I kind of wish computers did give win probability evaluations over. It'd be nice if they would have said like, plus 10%. I wish they gave like plus 10% win probability instead of plus 0.7. I think it would be better. I would
also a weird thing to think about, because that's like
I would prefer chess discourse if people talked about computer evaluations in that way.
Well, I think the win probability going from, whatever to whatever it was after bishop g4 is just indicative of that was not a good move. White is probably better now, but who knows? If
yeah. Well, anyway, I think queen takes f6 by white gave back a lot of that advantage, because black was behind in development. You gave them a free move of development, and you took off the queen, so you took away a lot of the danger. And
right.
I thought we got to a position where black was basically fine.
Yeah.
You could argue you have to be. Unless there's like some concrete problem, of course. That's always the caveat that we don't see.
The thing you got to look at is like you have to evaluate sort of something from, I don't know, let's say like here. Because here we just threw out bishop g5 as a first instinct, but maybe bishop d2 would be better.
Yeah. At this point,
evaluate your line here as white versus like here, and maybe like a couple more moves, like you can throw knight f6, bishop.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For the sake of making an actual decision during the game, you're right, of course. But
Yeah. Well, just for Rengo's sake, I'll throw in another barb into this discussion. The issue I have with win probability is, I think that like when I talk about win probability, I think more about the dynamics of the game, who my opponent is, what my clock is at, and all of these other factors that are intangible to the actual position on the board. Right?
Those are intangible to plus 0.7 too.
But my point is that an evaluation is very strictly, like when I think about an evaluation, I'm not thinking about the chances of winning. I'm just saying that according to the board, this is what it looks like, right? That's what like the plus 0.7 means. But when I start to say things like win probability, I start to go, oh, well, do they like these kinds of openings? Where is the clock at? All these other factors.
Those are all things not captured by the computer evaluation as it is.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. But if you use the term win probability, right? Then you're already thinking computer
win probability. You're not saying that's the probability of that player winning the game.
You were talking about changing our nomenclature. You brought this up as far as us changing the way that we talk about this.
No, but to throw a barb back in
computer evaluation.
No, the problem with Drew's computer evaluations is Drew has won lots of games where he was like, down 4, down 5. And he's probably also blown games where he's up 4, up 5, and like whatever else. Like
Drew has won games that the computer will give 100% win probability to his opponent.
I'm sure if we find enough, Drew has probably come back from a game where he was like getting mated in 6, and then he won somehow.
Absolutely. Sure. Right. No, here's why I'm right. Because when the computer finds checkmate, it declares checkmate. It says mate in so many moves,
over,
right? So that's why I'm right, because that's a win prob. That's basically just toggled between this stupid computer thing and then boom, win probability. Win probability is game is over. I have checkmate on the board.
Right.
Whereas,
or draw with a perpetual or something like this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it should, if it was going to do that, it should give a number valuation to the king, like a number of points to the king. It's to say like the king is 100 points, and then say you're plus 100 as soon as it's checked.
Well, to throw a munch, I've seen the evaluation be like minus 88, like 99, stuff like that before it actually found like the mate in 30 or something like this. So
right.
Yeah, that's the thing is like a computer would say that's 100% win probability because I can see how I'm going to win. Exactly.
No,
right?
It's going to be like 99.9.
Yeah,
no, because if it's already calculated it like as a table base, it knows exactly how it's done.
But that's
so it's 100%.
But we weren't talking about that. No,
Like
we're talking about like when the evaluation gets like
perspective.
-8, -12, -17.
All right, I want to address Double J Jared's comment because I agree. Like, and this is sort of my like people are way too into the computer evaluation, and that's why I agree. It's like I'm like conceding. Like, if you guys insist on being so into computer evaluations,
But
we
I'm
should at
not.
least do them in a probabilistic.
I'm not-
the
I'm
computer
not talking
calculates
about
win probability to be this in this position.
But
the best thing about the computer evaluation,
not being a computer evaluator, I started this as saying I evaluate this personally for me as being point. You know,
yeah, but you use the computer. You use the computer's way of evaluating it to evaluate it.
Well, that's because but this has been done before computers. This was already in discussion before computers even existed. This format of evaluation, right?
I would be curious.
I'm pretty sure the evaluation was always like white has an edge, white is better, unclear, stuff like this.
They didn't
it was
use
never
a number system?
0.71. No,
Isn't that why they're the values for bishops and knights?
There are the
back in 2000
values of
in
the
2000.
pieces.
I thought of like a knight and a bishop is worth 3 points because it's
true. But you would
right?
say, like if you're up a pawn, you would say I'm +1 in material, but you wouldn't say I'm +1.3.
No, they would even say it like a number. They'd be like I'm up a pawn, which is like being up one pawn is like unclear edge. Still maybe a draw. Up two pawns, kind of.
But Joe, like if you're teaching kids to like play chess and they can think of it in my head, I can think in my head, oh, I'm +1 on this. If you count,
I am winning because I am ahead in material. That's just sort of like the end of the logical train, and the whole point of like the number system is to give you a rough idea by just counting what you can see. Should you be thinking you're winning, or should you be losing as a first impression? Up material, winning. Up more than 2 pawns, almost certainly winning.
Down in exchange, you need 2 pawns worth of positional compensation.
Like the whole compensation and material, like positional pluses and minuses, activity, like all that stuff convolutes the whole point system, which is why it's not the. Here is this point system that works 100% of the time in every evaluation. Chess is solved. 1, 3, 3, 5, 9, infinity.
All right, let's get back to the game.
All right.
So anyway,
but if you, to amuse myself, Stockfish should give like a ridiculously high. They should give the king like 1,000,000 points of value. So when they find a bait, it says +1,000,000 or plus like 1,000,009 because you're also up a. Anyway,
it'd just be interesting to find like a position where how big the evaluation gets, and it stays that way for a reasonable amount of time. Where it's like, okay, this is sort of like the maximum.
Here's what I don't like about it is like when you're watching chess and like other people count it as, especially like less experienced players, they count it as like sort of a scoreboard of the game. Like you're like, Yeah, I don't like. That's why I don't like. I like win probability.
A little bar graph.
Yeah, it's like there's no scoreboard in chess. You know.
Wait, I do have a question though. Why can't we say 100% win probability by a computer sense if it's table based to be a win?
Yeah, I think you would say 100%.
Okay, so we are allowed to. It is allowed to say that on a percentage basis.
Yeah, for like a computer. But again, I am sure we can find games where some of us were getting mated and yet somehow did not.
Yep.
Right, so like table based is the amount of table base is like the amount, if you start from the end, table base is the amount of chess that is completely solved. So if a computer knows that, it can say with 100% certainty, because that's been solved, whether this is and it will win the game. It has the power to do that.
Right.
Oh, by the way, my game.
Answer the question in chat. I do not think I've ever seen an evaluation more than 100 before. Like it might have been over 100 for like a brief moment, and then it instantly found mate. It wasn't something like it ran for 30 minutes or whatever, and it was plus 101 or something like that. Oh. When you start getting like plus beyond like 10. You almost finds mate in a few moves after.
I wanted to point out that my game against Charlie earlier that I was showing.
Oh, Joe's frozen.
Speaking of computer evaluation, it actually said that I had 2 brilliancies in a row.
And he's back.
So I just thought.
Was it when you were checkmating?
Yeah, both sacks.
Yeah, well,
were brilliancies. So just
both sacks were brilliant.
Yep.
Only one can be brilliant because if you played the one, you've already found the other.
And we already talked about this. The fact that you played 92 check first was like, classless.
Suspect.
I think they should dock you. I think you still get 2 exclamation points.
You should get 1 exclam for the 92, and then 1 exclam. Versus if you play queen takes h2 first, double exclam for that one.
I'll give him a double exclam for the queen check, but queen check first, triple exclam.
All right, so back to this game.
Yeah.
C3, and then just pieces come out, things happen.
Okay, we're normal development D things.
Right.
Yep. Looks
So
normal.
at this point, any kind of great fear I have of getting quashed in the opening.
Yep. Looks like everything's safe. Everybody's living. There's nothing weird.
Normal-ish position.
Right. Yep.
Well, an opposite side castling position.
It is opposite kind of castle.
But still, normal
a position.
That's right.
Ooh, for white, I want to just play.
But
D5.
H3 is a stupid move.
Why?
Wait, when did Oh, no, never mind. That was before.
Yeah.
I thought it just
H3. It was it was
just
back
a classic
here.
kick the bishop one. You always get
Yeah.
that
Okay.
for-
Okay.
Asking questions.
Yep. Ask a question. See, I want to play like D5.
Castling queenside is a little ballsy, I would say, since you've already
Absolutely
played
not.
A6.
Nope.
But
I thought about this during the game. Is like this is definitely the way to go because while I have my ruined pawn structure, I still have
a lot of
this
pawns.
is going to be very tough to crack.
It's a
it's
fortress.
actually
And I've got the 2 bishops.
I like it. This is definitely.
It's not that. It's actually not that because it's like you can't play like the normal hook like normally like
Right.
because A6 is like A6 and H3 are like if you must move a pawn, those are the best ones because they don't leave behind any squares. But they do give a hook to the opponent's pawn storm. But you don't give a hook because you have a pawn on C6. So
that's right.
It takes twice.
So I felt it was a good idea to go for the opposite castling plan because of the H3.
By the way, Profile Access beat me yesterday in round 4 when he got back after I had a completely winning position. So just since Profile Access is in chat, shout out. Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, no, I actually agree because I think Joe, your pawn structure actually becomes advantageous in a queenside and an opposite side castling position, whereas it's not in a same side castling.
Right, because this will give me a chance to trade off, the kind of push you'd see and then push past.
Right.
So
because your pawn structure is only bad in an endgame where you can't create a majority.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's a great defensive structure for a double, blacks attacking king side, whites attacking queen side. I like this.
I don't remember what they did after this.
That's
why we write down the moves.
Almost okay. Queen C2 makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
And now we play. Now they're
overprotecting E4, I guess.
Is the idea to play like Rook B1 and then just start pushing pawns for white? I'm guessing.
I'm not sure what my guess is they wanted to just get out of the pin.
We'll get out of the pin and also start. Well, yeah, that's what's interesting. They also could have looked at.
They want to get out of the pin, but why on that square?
Because they want to protect E4.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could think of.
Because, I think the problem with this one is with the bishop takes F3 that I played.
Knight takes.
Is that we're getting that center pawn.
Oh, but that's dangerous, right?
Why?
Rook E1. Knight.
Should be calculated.
No,
yeah, knight D2.
Knight H4 or knight D2. Or
This
I
is
don't.
the game.
Or I just take it. You can't play knight h4.
Oh, okay, that's covered. Never mind. Yeah, knight d2.
Like,
Knight d2 is good.
So knight d2.
Is this what happened? Is this straight up what happened? Okay.
Yeah, this is the game.
Oh.
did you use you?
Yeah.
You have to calculate. I mean, these are all the moves to calculate when you
Right.
play that move.
This is exactly. Okay.
And
this
then I
is...
think.
Yeah.
He really has no. Yeah.
Did you calculate all of this, Joe?
I did, and I was trying to think about where I stopped.
I mean, after like c5, you see that
Right, so I think I.
you're getting out of the pin basically.
Well,
Bishop
but there's
takes,
a
like,
reveal.
here.
There's some revealed attacks on the queen too, right?
And then
'Cause after knight
the
takes.
queen coming here. Like the bishop moves somewhere. I think it's got to go here, right?
Wait, what happened? Oh, yeah,
They
yeah,
just
yeah.
like kept taking, and then I think my plan was this.
Ooh, nice. Oh, but there's
then-
but there's also.
And then if g3, you can stack.
Dang.
Well,
can't
like
put-
okay,
Well,
so
I guess mine
here,
is bishop e3, right?
would have to start thinking about stuff like this.
Yeah. Oh, that looks painful.
Might be
But I mean, just like-
unnecessary.
Oh,
But yeah.
I mean, like-
that looks deadly, dude.
I didn't calculate this far. Basically, I got to about here,
Might
and then
be.
was like, I think this is fine.
Yeah, I agree.
More than.
But the
More
knight
like-
takes.
If I'm losing these pawns, whatever, I'm just opening up the F file, the G file. This seems fine.
Wait, but what actually happened was
Yeah.
knight takes, which is the line that it was also immediately clear to me. First, right? Yeah.
Yeah, well, I wasn't even considering bishop g7, so I guess that's good on you. But I mean, also,
Right.
I just barely looked at it. But yeah, I was like, because after that, I was just like, oh, the bishop has nowhere good to go. I wasn't even
But when you
considering
asked it,
taking
like,
g7.
in the game, I calculated to this position here, and then
But-
stopped, and then tried to think, okay, they move. I think it was actually here is where I stopped and thought, this seems fine.
I wouldn't have even calculated. I would have stopped at bishop takes g7 and gone, I want them to take that pawn. I would get rid of it myself if I could.
I might have gone one more. Because I can just take that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Now
yeah.
that I'm actually looking at it.
Oh yeah, it's defended. I'm like, that's
Right.
why I did. That's probably why. That's if we're being real. That's really why I didn't look
So
at it.
it was. Yeah, no, it was just here.
The only other thing is like bishop is if he backs the bishop
Right.
up, then you're out of the
No,
pin.
no, no. Yeah, and so he backs it up. He's got to go here,
Yeah,
and then now
pin's over.
there's no more pin, and
Yeah.
so I'm doing good.
The only thing you have to watch out for, well, you're
is
fine.
what happened, right? Is the other line.
Right.
This.
So then
Yeah.
knight takes,
Knight takes, yeah, but I mean, this is fine.
but I also think this is fine.
Yeah, there's no.
I think I am.
You
better
got a
here.
pawn, right? Wait, did you not get a pawn? I thought you won a pawn.
No, it's even.
Oh,
No, it's even material.
But you
You
like
took a
this
pawn.
because. What do you like?
you
for-
took a pawn and he took it. He got it back. Right?
So are you saying you're claiming to be better here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's opposite side castling, and
And you-
I am attacking,
Yeah, you are.
and
Yeah.
they are not. Like that's the end of the evaluation
Yeah,
for me.
no, that's fair. I'll take
Like,
that.
this is why I thought this was good for me. I'm not going to try and claim that I'm definitely going to win, or
right.
you'd have to really bungle it to lose it at this point for black. But
But you
I
have,
went
you
into
have
like
the pace. You're,
no, I
yeah.
took this pawn because I felt after things settled out, this was good for me. Or sorry, I took way back here.
Yeah.
Like this is where I'm like up the pawn.
What pawn does he take? He takes your
Those.
F pawn. Right. A
Right.
pawn you're trying to get rid of anyway.
Right.
The G pawn you'd really like to get rid of, but the F
Right.
pawn will do.
So then in this stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Now it's center's open.
Right.
And
You've got
and
a
then
little
just
bit more
Right.
Oof.
And then this rook is awkward. It does not belong there. And it has no
You
good
can
places
pin
to
it
go.
immediately.
Yeah,
Which
I
I do.
actually kind of do have trouble with. I kind of do have trouble with that a lot. Is rook placement in the middle game sometimes, like when they get out. I found.
No,
that
it's tricky when there's still minor pieces because
Yeah.
the minor pieces can just harass it.
Yeah.
And unless you're going to sack the exchange, you probably don't want to
Yeah,
trade it off.
The bishop's being able to attack him diagonally is
Right.
always annoying. But yeah.
That's a mean pin, right? But yeah, that does get out of the pin.
Oh,
Right.
they got out of it.
Oh no, G5. No, that hangs.
G5.
Sorry, that hangs A6. B5. I meant.
You meant
Right, you mean
B5.
B5?
B5. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hangs
no.
it.
Losing the game.
Well,
That would be a bad move. Yeah.
You don't. You just.
Actually,
you really don't want to move
it
those
might
pawns.
not. It actually might be fine because after the queen takes, the rook is still hanging after all of that. Well, no, it's not because the rook
You
just
move.
moves.
You take it with check.
Yeah.
So if you're saying do this,
Yeah, it's not fine.
King B8 and then rook. Actually, no, isn't the rook still? Oh, okay.
you're losing everybody.
Damn it.
Everyone's dying.
Oh, they're all dead.
And like you're okay, great. And now what are you gonna do about
That's over.
this?
I know. As soon as I saw the capture on B5, I was convinced.
We can stop. Yeah.
Killed
I'm
everyone.
very convinced at this point. I'm uber
No.
convinced.
Yeah.
Yes.
So needless to say, I did not play B5.
And in fact, a move like B5 in its position like this should only be played if it like wins you the game.
Right.
Oh, I was trying to win a rook. That's all. But,
Okay. Yeah, it would have
That's
to win
what
a
I
rook
was trying
for
to
it be
do,
worth
was win a
it.
rook.
Yeah. Yeah.
but I thought
Fair
the
enough.
queen might be a little, but
Well,
unfortunately.
I mean, the queen always has. Can you just go back
C2
into
also, yes.
right?
Yeah. Well,
if you-
that's still a pin though, and then there's like rook E8. and
Rook
the-
E8.
that's still the pin.
Right.
Yes.
So
Anyways,
But they could defend the. Yeah, never mind. Never
see,
mind. Anyway,
B5, it's a fork.
exactly.
he was bait. That was.
He was
He was
baiting
like-
me.
B5, B5, B5.
So
Yeah.
Oh,
This is classic. In Blitz, maybe.
right.
okay.
And so
Yeah, this looks really uncomfortable for white though.
all right.
This
And
looks
if he
actually like highly uncomfortable.
I mean, you're threatening just to straight up sack the exchange, and I think
Right.
and
That's
I think
what
it's
my
game
plan
winning.
was with rook d8 is
Yeah.
I want to get rid of this bishop and then
It's the only
I do.
credible defender of the king.
Right.
It's the only.
Ouch. Ouch. The pain, the pain.
There's a little bit of finesse still required here.
right. So here
Oh, I can see the next move. So yeah.
well yeah, so okay, so what is your
Yeah, I'm not-
ideas for next moves?
I mean,
mean,
originally
because
I just
back-
think
okay, so, like,
queen
back
F2,
here-
Queen G3, right? Is the first.
When I
instinct.
play this, like
But
I
then he-
saw like the idea of what to do after this and this. Oops. After takes and takes, right? And then having the follow up ready to go as black when this position, or maybe the queen's in some other place, kind of deal. But like whatever, something like this. Where's the black follow up?
Yeah, I don't know because it might not be.
So
You might still need to send a pawn. You might still need to play like G5 or something to like break them down. Wow.
So queen F2, king H1,
Queen F2,
queen G3.
Then you're gonna get queen G1, right, to defend it.
Queen G1. But then what about? Yeah, queen G1. But
queen G1. Then you can play rook F2. But you still don't have enough.
Oh,
yeah, you still don't have enough to checkmate him.
No. In fact, then there's just rook.
So we want to put.
Well, maybe a rook lift. Maybe like rook
F1.
F6.
Rook F1.
Yeah.
Just play rook F1.
Oh, black gets to move here.
No, that loses.
So you're saying
rook F1. I thought you wanted to play it for black. I'm like, not quite.
Right. Now you can, but then rook takes.
Except
if there was no rook on there's no rook on A1,
physically allowable.
Right. But there is, so it's not.
Yeah, there's nothing really here.
Well, you have rook F6 and rook H6.
Rook F6, rook G4.
Rook F6, rook G4. Yeah, you might be end of your farm, but the queen E5, I guess.
Queen E5, rook takes G7.
Well,
I'm fine with take my pawns, please. But
well, I mean, I will just collect pawns, and I don't think you have a mate.
Right.
And you're already down in exchange, so I think I'm going to win.
In this position.
yeah.
That's my argument.
Wait, no, he said rook G4, not rook F4, right?
Sorry, yeah.
Oh, you want to play rook G4?
G4.
Yeah.
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 Have a good day. This is like White's just gonna win. No question.
So
yeah.
I'm not sure if I saw rook G4, but I saw after.
But yeah, I think
here I was like, now what?
Yeah, I think this operation is premature.
Right. So that one's not good, which is why I did not play queen F2 check, but it was definitely the first thing
to calculate.
Think about. Like, oh, it's working. I'm mating them on here. It's like, no, because of the queen G1 defense.
So I think either start with
So we start with this one. We swap up the order.
Yeah. That's nice.
That's good. And there's just nothing to do. There's just nothing to do. I mean, the best I see right now is rook F4.
Oh, that just instantly loses.
Rook F4, queen E3, check.
The queen E3 takes,
Right. Well, exactly. So no sauce.
Because it's dead. I mean, that's a nice move because it attacks.
Right.
It's just so many threats and also basically unstoppable checkmate.
Well, the only way to get out and try to
without
fight is queen G4 and force a
black is still
and black is up a bishop. Yep.
Up a bishop with compensation.
Yeah.
Like,
up with compensation. With the compensation.
Wait, how are you? Yeah.
There's a bishop here.
No. Oh, you're still talking about this position.
Yeah, this one there. Yeah.
This is cooked. There's nothing else to calculate.
No, exactly. Like that just didn't work. So then they played queen G4 check, but I'm still not sure what else to play.
Queen G4 followed by like G3.
G3.
Exactly. So queen G4 check gets out of it, and then G3.
But then you queen E3.
That's right.
Yeah.
And now here is where the attack could probably be better executed by me.
You got a little. You relaxed a little.
Well,
I would. I could see myself relax. I'm like, all right, the attack has officially worked.
Well, you're still down.
Like I have to. No, I have to like. Yeah. Right, I'm still down the exchange, but I still think I'm better here.
Right, for sure. Nobody's disputing that, but I don't think it's over. You have to actually get your exchange back.
No, I'm just trying to think if it's something like.
I like Rook F2, maybe.
Well, what does that?
Nothing.
Well, it gets you ready to double on the second rank.
I don't like it as much. What about Rook F3?
Yeah. More of a threat.
Just to kind of come in on G3. Oh, but then there might just be Rook G1.
I think Rook G1.
Rook G1. It's so passive though.
But I mean, I'm up a exchange, right? So if I can survive.
Rook G1. Okay, Rook G1. Then you play like Queen F2.
So you're
Queen and just start like.
Okay, Queen F2. Then I'm gonna play.
Or maybe Queen E2. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't matter. Queen F2. What are you gonna do?
Queen F2, Rook G2.
Rook G2. Well, then.
Oh, okay. So what do you want to play here as black?
Well, you wanted to play Queen E2.
Queen E2? What is that?
I don't know. Oh,
I think you're losing.
Yeah, now I just play Rook G2.
Wait, what if I just...
Rook G2.
Oh, yeah. That looks pretty good. I think black is now definitely in trouble.
Yeah, well, queen, I mean, you have to move your queen again.
Yeah, you gotta move it here.
Well,
I'm the rook.
And now...
Yeah, you could have moved it to F2,
and now
too.
Now just some sort of, like... Rook.
Wait, okay, just start with the queen on F2. Don't put it on E2.
Okay. Go back. We have to go back.
Yeah, you go back one move, but...
Not on that one move.
Wait.
Earlier. Rather than E2, F2. Now. Yeah.
Oh, so you want to play this instead?
Wait, now I'm just playing Rook G2, and I'm fine. Right?
Are you fine? Then Rook F2, Queen E1.
Okay, King H2.
King H2, Rook F2.
Rook F2.
Or, I don't know.
Rook F2, Queen takes...
Wait, hold on. Yeah.
Then, I don't know, Queen E4.
Yeah, okay. Queen E4.
Oh, then
Queen E4 would be a blunder, I'm pretty sure.
G3.
Queen E4 would be a blunder. But anyway, I don't think...
It would be? Wait, let's play this.
I think so, because you would be undefending G3.
Okay, Rook blocks, Queen E1, King up, Rook F2, Queen E4. This is the position I was imagining.
Yeah, then Rook takes G2 and Queen takes G3.
Rook takes G2.
Oh, the Queen defends it. Yeah,
Queen
sorry.
takes G2.
Yeah. You're right. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not up in exchange. So.
Anyway, I didn't. Okay.
Anyways, let's go to the game because it sounds like you found some better stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about better stuff. I just played something that was different.
Well, this is not winning.
If we go back to the position, hold on. We were trying to look for. I don't know. I think this is a good. Yeah. Well.
No, but this was the.
I was just.
This position was not to because I couldn't think how to bring in more stuff.
Right, I'm trying to think of candidate moves here, basically.
All right.
So what's the plan? What would be?
So me piling on G3 didn't seem like it was going to pan out. Right. Like I looked at some of similar lines to this one, and I just couldn't make. I couldn't win stuff.
This could be silly, but what about H5?
Oh, you mean like what I played?
Oh!
Yes.
That's funny. That's funny. I said silly, but I didn't mean to offend.
No, this was exactly like the idea I had. It's just like getting more things open, more pieces in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that. Yeah.
So then H5.
It's logical.
Obviously can't take it because you just get mated after queen takes G3. And, taking this, I don't think does anything productive. Since I think you get big problems, if you take on G7. I think this is real big problems.
Taking on G7 seems risky, for sure. Just bringing the queen away from the king just seems unintuitive. Although I think this is like immediately losing. Yeah. Right? Well, you have queen E2 check right there, winning a rook. But I mean, okay, or that.
And then also, yes.
That looks pretty winning right there. Wait. Oh, because the bishop is defending.
Yeah. Look at that piece.
Nice.
Much better than a rook.
That's some good coordination.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Hi, Charlie.
Can't move the queen really anywhere. I mean, try this.
We gotta move it somewhere.
But I think my plan was to just play. Well, not there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just making the queen move just makes sense.
No, I don't think this works because of this check. Because I'm going to pick up this.
It's the same
pick
problem.
up that rook again, right?
Yeah.
As you do this kind of stuff. And then... am I able to pick up that rook?
Yeah, you just didn't. You need to play queen E2 instead of queen F2. Oh, yeah. You have to force him to the second rank somehow. Which you should be able to do.
Well, I think I can also just, at this point, just take here.
Oh, I never actually asked chat if the volume came through correctly. Are you guys
sounded good?
Joe and Seth well?
No one's complaining.
Nobody complained, but I just wanted to ask.
Yeah. No, I think it just doesn't work, separating the queen like that. So they went rook e4.
That does, That's rook e4 is a pretty resourceful, seemingly move, but I haven't calculated it, of course. So. You
and
take.
They have to maintain defense here.
Yeah, I don't know how they defend. So they play rook g1.
Rook g1.
Oh no!
The queen's taken.
Yeah. So I don't see what they do. Yeah, because they still have
they played queen e2, so they just gave up the g pawn.
What about queen? Yeah. What about queen h4?
Queen h4. I play bishop.
You lose the queen.
Yeah.
That looks like a dead queen. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah, so they gotta go somewhere. Can't lose this pawn. Okay, you can, but they made me take it with my queen, which I didn't want to do, but didn't want to trade queens, so. And let's see.
Now like rook g1.
Well, rook g1 loses.
Man, that's just mean. So you have
King
to.
in a box.
King in a box.
I guess it's only what, rookie 3?
So rookie 3 was played.
There's just nothing good here.
Well,
This looks atrocious.
whoa. Yeah, they can't play.
There's like that
rookie
king's too exposed.
8.
That king's just too exposed. Like
Rookie 8 trading off a rook.
Yeah, so I wasn't sure.
Also, rook F1 is the other move to look at, but
so
maybe not. I don't know. And then go back, defend the mate.
Right.
Yeah.
I think White's like lost here.
Okay, well, you got 2 pieces left to checkmate me with. I mean, I don't.
Well, no, because I've got pawns.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they're just gonna keep pushing, huh? G5.
But
G5,
okay,
G4,
but
G5, G4,
you know,
push. Yeah. Looks
we can't get a queen trade in there somewhere for White.
You need to get it. You need to scare up a check somehow, but you're not going to do that anymore.
That's
No, but I felt like I wanted to.
well, I don't
They
know.
had something.
I mean, I don't know. This seems worth a shot.
No,
Oh, Eric, just for your
considered
information,
this
this
one.
is Joe playing, or Barron playing as black.
But for the entertainment's sake, they didn't play. There they went rook G1.
G1, huh?
I like G5 here.
And then G5.
Yeah. There's just nothing for White to do.
I think Rook E8 was something for them to do.
Right.
Yeah.
I thought that was maybe survivable.
Maybe.
You know, when the game with pawns down in exchange, like maybe I can defend that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think once I get like a pawn to G3, then you've got big problems with the queen coming around like this.
Sure, but in the meantime, like I can try to stop that. Like I have a few moves. You know, I get my rook and my extra rook into the game. I don't know. It definitely buys me a little bit of time.
Right. I don't know. It's something I have to do deeper analysis on, but I figured we want to see more than just one game today.
Maybe.
All right. So rook E4, hitting that. Now they do go for the check.
Okay.
That looks bad now.
It does look bad
because H3's hanging.
Right.
You don't have to take it.
I don't have to take it now.
Did you have to take it before? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
he didn't have immediate mate.
I didn't have to.
You didn't have to, but there wasn't like a big advantage to not taking it. Yeah.
I don't have a check.
Right. You have to now recapture the rook. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then he came back. And then we push.
Oh, man.
And I think now it's just definitely over.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just wasted a move. I mean, basically gave you he's already in trouble. He gave you a free move.
Right.
I mean, rook H8 is coming.
Or queen H5. Yeah,
right.
They're both deadly.
And then
Yeah.
Queen D5.
Just take the rook.
Why not?
Just take the rook. It's checkmate,
okay, yeah,
or it's checkmate, or a rook, or a free rook.
Yeah.
So
followed by
if
a free
I go
queen.
with this,
Or not, maybe not. Yeah.
I think there's that one.
Which
I mean, there's nothing to calculate. You rook h3.
No, but you just play rook takes h3.
I like that.
As soon as you find that move,
Yeah, it's
calculation's over.
Yep.
Yeah, you're just getting. It's just mate or the queen.
Mate.
Yeah, that's
Hello. Have a good day.
not mate, but it will be soon. Yeah. Yep.
Looks pretty good to me. I would say black's winning here. I would
100%.
venture such a statement. All right, Seth, did you find anything PGN wise? We still got some time here.
Yeah. Okay. If we're showing wins, I guess.
You can show a loss.
So that was
I
my
don't have
fancy
anything.
exchange sacrifice win.
I could show you my really annoying game from this month was the beginning I drew. I feel like I was just I was really tired when I played the game, but I was basically winning out of the opening and I ended up getting a draw, so that was annoying. But I will share a game I won from a tournament I otherwise didn't do so great at.
Which one?
The MLK weekend one.
Oh no!
So this,
that's a good tournament too. I like.
It was,
yeah.
Just not my best. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but yeah, I lost some points.
You were at this tournament. This was the Denver Open last year.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
it wasn't this one. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other two wins were tactical. Just the opponent missed a tactic and lost. One resigned after it happened.
I think I vaguely remember.
And the other one dropped a piece in the Nodorp that was sharp.
Wait, was this the tournament where you hung a piece because of your arm?
No, that was the very first time. Like that was, like 4 years ago or something like this.
Oh, okay.
That was the.
I still remember that. I still remember that.
No. That was basically the first time I played an OTB tournament after not playing one for like 5 years or something like this, or longer.
That's the story I tell people. I've got this friend.
Right. I sent the PGN to Discord if that's. Oh wait, I can just put it in myself.
You're in the classroom, my friend.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. Dojo, everyone in Dojo and the Dojo Scrubs chat for that one. I guess I could go back and delete it later.
I think you just go to games.
Yeah, I got it.
Cool.
It
still shows.
Although I don't see it in there, it didn't get added. Okay. Add games. Load from PGN. Paste, add. It's not working.
I'll try. Oh, it did work. I think.
Did it?
Wait.
I don't see it.
Not yet. Okay. Add game. Load from.
Add. All right. Import study. I like how chess.com doesn't make the study feature themselves, but they allow you to put it.
I think I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in there now.
Okay, cool. I'm black.
So you were black this time.
Oh, it's got your annotations in here too. Nice.
I don't think I wrote anything. I think it's just a bunch of.
There's a whole
bunch
bunch
have
of
some variations.
There's
There's no annotation. It's just
here's
other moves with other lines.
You colored a couple of the variants with some blunders.
Or did I put little marks in? Yeah, I probably meant it. I meant to annotate it. I think I started by just putting it in and then doing variations and never got to the note rating part.
So you are black in this one, right?
I am indeed.
Let's actually flip it because it just has the names here. Ha! But
Yeah.
that's hilarious. It says black is white and white is black. This is great.
We live in an upside down world. White is black and black is white.
Small indie company, chess.com. They can't fix this kind of stuff.
Mr. Black versus Mr. White. Seth is Mr. White.
Yeah, okay.
Nice
I'm gonna have to refresh my memory here on this game, but yeah. Because I haven't looked at it in a while.
Whoa, some C. This is that stuff I used to play. Because you played it. The Tarrasch, right?
No. This is a Tarrasch is out of a Queen's Gambit. This is like a Chigorin opening, basically.
Chigorin, okay.
Yeah.
Knight C3 on move 2 is kind of weird, right?
Oh, yeah,
It's a bit offbeat, but it's real. It's named for a real chess guy, Chigorin.
Isn't this ostensibly bad?
And then there's the Chigorin defense, which is doing
It's
this with black.
It's classically bad.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It's
It's not.
So your probability of winning goes down to 51%, right? Your probability of winning is now dropped to 51% after playing.
No, it's bad because usually people like to or want to play C4 in these kinds of positions.
Yep.
And now
That's why
it's classified as bad.
That's why C4 is the most common second move here.
So to make Seth happy, White's probability of winning has dropped drastically to 51%.
Right.
51? What are you talking about?
But anyway. So now
I see White is
straight away.
Yeah, I think that's the most principal. I think that's the most common move.
Oh.
I could be wrong. Actually, I can't see it doesn't let me. I have to go back to analysis, toggle it, and then hold on. The most common move is knight f6. All right, fair enough. That makes sense. Sometimes when they play like the knight c3 and usually.
No, I mean this was your plan of sorts, right?
Yeah.
And then we've got to go here.
You play e5, defend. Yeah.
I like e5. That looks pretty solid for black here. I feel like White's lost all of their advantage already.
Big center. I don't know. Yeah,
there's no White advantage anymore.
I don't know. I'm up in development.
Here you have the you can take on c5 and then get the piece back with queen a5 check.
Oh no, I like just getting my bishop out to f5 immediately. Kick the knight yet again.
Yeah, but they hit you. They tempo you back.
The tempos are flying.
So maybe. That's no good.
That's no good.
That's bad.
I think here what I would do. And what I see in the base is just do this.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you've successfully surrendered the bishop pair.
Wait, how'd the board flip?
I don't know. I think flipping the board is the local choice.
I might have done it, or someone might have done it.
I think if you flip your board, it doesn't flip it for anyone else.
Okay.
Oh, then it did.
Like
change,
if you're flipping,
I wasn't touching it, and suddenly it flipped. So I don't think it's a local choice.
Well,
I wasn't touching my computer, and suddenly it flipped. I don't know.
I guess I've given the bishop pair, but I think I've got the lead in time. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. You don't have to do that, I suppose.
I mean, it's a completely different game, and I just have no idea how well
You can just develop, I guess, if you.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I don't know. Different game.
Yeah. I don't think I would throw this one in. I wouldn't like that. So.
No, I think.
You could also play this one.
Right.
That maybe is more natural.
I don't know. It's just a completely different game, and it's. Black needs to get the pawn back.
White doesn't want to. Yeah, I don't know. This is a little bit like it's a little bit psychological. Like White does not want to take on c5.
No, I mean like this is the whole like you offer some kind of gambit.
Yeah.
If they're not prepared from it, most experienced tournament players are going to be like, no, I am not taking this gambit. I'm not walking into Mr. Lichtenstein's prep that he's been putting in 150 chessable hours last week.
Well,
dice.
You didn't play d4 to give it up for a c pawn. You know, it's like why you push past it in the Benoni. You know, it's like I'm holding my damn center. You know.
So anyway, bishop f4.
So hasn't this transposed into a what's the guy's name?
London.
This is a Jabava London.
Jabava London, yeah.
Which I kind of suspected is what he wanted.
But he did it in definitely a
trendy.
Well,
right?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Mine keeps flipping.
If he wanted Jobava London, then he would have just played bishop c or bishop f4 like straight away.
That's what I'm saying. It transposed into
not throwing in. Yeah.
Yeah, but as soon as I played c5, though, I think that's probably what he.
How do you counter a Jabava London with this move order?
You don't play
c5 is a normal move to play against the London.
Yeah, but I think you have knight f6 in first.
Against the London, like if you played bishop f4? Like if you play bishop f4 instead of knight c3, I always play c5 against that. That's like sort of why I did it here.
So
yeah,
here
always c5, yeah.
No, I mean that makes sense because the knight's not here putting pressure on the d pawn.
Right, but then if he plays knight c3, yeah, you get into a Jobava London.
Right.
And then
So if he didn't want how would you say if you knew he wanted to play Jabava London and he played knight?
No, I figured like with c5 he would just get it into a Jabava
that's what I'm asking,
London.
though. My question, it's a real question here, is what do you play if you don't want a Jabava London and they're playing the move order wrong?
As white or as black?
As black.
They're not doing the move order wrong. He's just he started with one opening and transposed it to another one.
Right.
But the point of transposing differences is that like there should be an intermediary where it's like, nope, you can't do that anymore because I played something.
Yeah, he doesn't have to do this.
Well,
but it's a reasonable choice
for you to play something to say that now you can't. That's what I'm saying. So if he plays e4, d4, knight c3. And you say,
not to dunk on your opponent's skill here.
I could stop him from playing a Jobava. Well, I mean, I can stop him from playing a Jobava London after knight c3, I guess.
With what?
Not to dunk on your opponent.
I can't.
I think you might also be at the risk of overanalyzing that this person knew something about somebody's prep and did something to try and do something like no.
Yeah. No,
they did something. They didn't expect c5, so then they played something else, and then things happened.
Joe is right, but I wasn't thinking I thought he would go for the move that is called the Jobava London. I wasn't thinking like he's like, oh, I'm going for it. Although it is kind of trendy, so
that's right. Yeah, it is trendy. That's a fact.
I've faced it for real, in the normal move order.
Normal moves happen.
That was a lot of discussion for the first 3 moves.
But you don't play d4. D4 players don't like taking on c5, even though he's not he's not playing it like a classical d4 player. But you don't play d4 to take the c5 pawn, and then
So that a3 seems like a kind of waste of time.
Sin!
Yeah, I don't like a3, but I think a3, he wants to, like, one day, like, if he ever does take on c5, then, like, play b5, b4, and knock my bishop. I have no idea. Maybe something like that.
I'm calling
But it doesn't really
sin.
make sense because my bishop would then... I don't know exactly.
I mean, sure, they want to play b4, but that's a long time away from happening. They should probably
They could wait. They could do
out.
something more productive now and set that up later once I start.
This one makes more sense to me if they're going to be moving h3 or a3 as white here.
For sure. Yeah.
But honestly, I would have just liked bishop d3.
Yeah, that's what I would play.
That's what I would play.
Yeah.
Man, we have a trifecta of agreement right there on that move. So.
Yeah,
that's a new one.
Yeah. We'd all play the same move.
All right, so a3.
By the way, this classroom insists it keeps every time I flip it, it flips it back.
Oh, maybe because I'm hitting moves. If I flip it and now I hit a move, is it still?
No, now I'm still It didn't flip that time. It actually flips when I make a move. Like if I click through it. No, now I'm clicking through it. It's not flipping. Okay, anyway.
Oh, maybe because I had mine as white on the bottom, and then I started making moves. Maybe that's why it flipped it back.
We can only guess. We can only peer into the holes in Dripman's mind so much. All right. Okay. I don't know where we were.
What is the reason behind bishop g4 rather than bishop f5?
We don't like a3. Bishop g4 pins the knight.
But I mean, so that's one of those things where you just go, okay, they play bishop e2, and then like.
But it forces them, but then they have to play bishop e2, and they
can't. Instead of like bishop e3.
Well, it's more passive and less.
What sacrifice are you talking about?
I guess for me is that sometimes I feel like these can backfire when the bishop can just develop and be attacking my bishop, and you get these like knight takes d4 if some, you know what I mean, like that kind of a storyline. That's like in my head. Those are the sorts of things. And if they just get to freely develop to e2,
yeah, but this isn't one of those positions.
Exactly. It's something you need to be aware of happening if you're careless with your just bishop g4s into the void. But he's not just setting off bishop g4 onto an undefended square with like nothing developed.
Yeah.
Like
I guess I was just saying that like the bishop can be a little bit of a, even now is sort of a little bit like, it could be weak.
I think both moves are playable. They're just different.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I think this is fine.
I'm not
if
saying
you play
it's
bishop,
wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong.
If you play bishop,
I was just curious.
If you play bishop f5, they could play bishop d3 and
not critiquing, rather just inquiring.
And then you have to decide whether you want a bishop trade of that sort, right. And like maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know. Yeah. Debatable.
All right. Cool.
This keeps more.
We can keep moving.
This keeps more pieces on the board.
I like this all. So this is.
So I kind of that's my tendency is to tend towards pieces on the board.
This is starting to feel like a pretty standard middle game setup at this point.
Yeah, I think so. I think just white has now just a misplaced knight on c3, I think, with how this is transpired.
That is the one. That is the one.
And so black just has a pretty comfortable position to play. And not only that, but they've also, they sort of gave back the tempo for being white, and they have the awkward knight. So they went from, they're kind of playing black now, in my opinion.
Yeah, this is a good position for white as d4, but mirrored as black.
Yeah, exactly.
You got the half of okay. So takes.
Why did I take that? That's a good question. Oh yeah, because of this little tactic, this little double attack. Yeah.
Yep, I don't really see. Yeah.
That's the other reason to play Bishop G4 is to put pressure on this D pawn.
Okay.
Pretty simple.
Yep. Now you have to check. Is it
Well,
poisoned?
It's not free. It's not free.
Is it poison?
No.
Yeah,
That's the question.
it comes with its drawbacks, but but they didn't defend. They really should have. Well,
So knight A4 now, right? That's the classic
knight
follow-up.
A4 is
Yep,
the thing you have to
exactly.
calculate.
Yeah.
And so here, right? I think Queen B3 is your only move, or Queen B5.
Queen B3 would
Queen
lose a
B5.
queen.
Queen B3. Yeah, no, Queen B5 is what I meant. I don't know how I came up with 3, but
So then they play just C3, I guess.
C3 would.
Yep.
Oh, I like. Well, what about C? Could you play C4? No. Nope.
No, then I just take
Not
it.
doing anything fun. I'm kind of worried about my queen now.
I'm not worried about it at all
Okay.
because I've got knight
yeah,
A5,
this is exactly. I remember calculating this.
knight
Now, it's
A5.
been a couple
block
months,
this one,
but yeah,
could bring this
it was
one. Like, no, I think you
exactly.
are-
Once I get to that dark square diagonal, I just can go back home if I need.
exactly. And
there's
the
no
queen-
way to. Well, there's no way to like cut that square off or anything. No, not really, huh?
No.
Well, the pawn is
Because
still. The
it's-
pawn is still like the B7 pawn is still gonna hang. I guess is the point, right? So.
No, it's not.
Maybe.
Well, okay. So
just
if-
rook
if-
B1 right now, right?
Well, it's not White's move. It's Black's move.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Black gets to play moves too.
Fair enough.
Queen A5.
I didn't know.
Right.
I didn't know black.
And
was
so,
Even
yeah,
if it
exactly.
was, yeah,
The problem, like, you've got to watch out for Rook B1.
right.
So
Yeah, exactly. You see that, and then so I did play Queen A5. So it was a little risky. I think I definitely calculated.
yeah,
If I
so
look at,
either like you
I can
go
look at.
this,
I can tell you how
no,
long I
this
spent
isn't.
on
Yeah,
this.
this doesn't work.
So I can tell you that like
Yeah, maybe it does.
I only spent 4 minutes on Queen A5. I think that was sort of always the plan. But
Why
I
are we
just
playing
was
knight
double.
A5?
But I think before
Why?
I did all this,
So that you could get the queen out of the way, because if you just do something like whatever.
so back before I took on F3, I spent 5 minutes before taking the knight and then playing. I took the knight with the idea of playing Queen B6. I played that. It was the immediate follow up
Right.
basically,
Hi,
and
Paul.
then took Queen B2 pretty quickly. And so yeah, I think I saw that like Queen B5, I have like these little
Yeah.
out squares.
No, I mean,
And then
here
I
you've got to do something about Rook B1.
Yeah, and I think right here it's
Knight
like,
A5 makes a little bit more sense to me than Queen
Yeah, and
A5, but like whatever.
and I saw
don't
no
think
reason, right? Like if I was worried about it, I could be like, all right, I could get the bishop out, and then when he hits me with the rook, just give the pawn back. If I was worried about, but I saw I saw no reason to not just hold on to the pawn.
Yeah. No, you're up a clean pawn.
Mhm.
I'm
You
not,
just have
I'm a little behind in development as a result
but
of taking the pawn.
Center is completely closed and locked,
Yeah, exactly.
so I don't think you are too.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, development's not nothing, but it's not like
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it's a lot more questionable if it's actually worth the, pretty
Right.
valuable B pawn.
So let's see. So what happened here?
Okay.
So queen
So
A5.
Queen
A5.
A5.
A5. Then what? Rook B or yeah. Well, so Queen
I mean, if
C2.
Rook B1, you just drop back to C7.
Queen
Yep.
C2. Huh.
Um,
I was actually even looking at Queen B3, right?
actually, if Rook B1, no, you probably don't play B5.
What about
yeah, 'cause
Queen B3 rather than Queen C2?
No, you could play B5.
You could, and then if the knight comes to C5, I guess you just take it, just destroy
Yeah, you
his
just take it.
pawns. Yeah.
And then you castle, and then
I guess
You-
Queen
you
B3
eventually
runs
win
into
one
Rook
of these
B8.
two C pawns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah. So either way, anyway, Queen C2. Yeah, Bishop D6. Now that his bishop, he had to give up that diagonal defending the D pawn
Right.
too. So that's another drawback of this for him. And then he plays that move. Can't say why.
Well,
Reveal the
one move
text.
thread.
And it's
Okay,
C4,
but like, I mean,
C4 ideas.
I assume there was something more than like, I guess just making my queen move again, which I was always planning on doing anyway.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. I
guess
can't
it's
say
like
it.
just building an attack on the queen side, right?
But like, okay, so
It's a one move threat. I thought because I was thinking for a second maybe he wants to move free the knight or
yeah, exactly, Arcado. But I mean, we're trying to give a reason as to why black or white would play a move like this, and my only thought was they thought this, and then okay, I'm setting up a discovery. Maybe they won't see it.
Well, so let's look at it from the perspective of looking at bad pieces. Like, that bishop is bad on e3. So reposition it to d2 and playing c, even if you're not attacking the queen.
It's not great on d2 either.
It's not great on d2.
After you play c4 to destabilize black center, it has a diagonal it can come out to.
You're just wasting
d4
time.
does not destabilize my center really so much.
Well, I mean, that d pawn is under attack, right?
No, it's well defended.
That doesn't mean it's
I mean, I guess
attack.
if you want to give up your bishop
I'm
and
saying,
give me an isolated
you can take a
pawn.
center pawn for a c pawn and give a better diagonal than nothing to where the bishop was on a3.
You take the d pawn, but you give yourself an isolated queen pawn. I don't know.
Right, and you have a better diagonal than a bishop that's stuck between two pawns.
Yeah, so then you give the good line of if you castle and then they do this thing.
Castling is better. I agree.
Knight takes.
Yeah, you have this too.
Like this.
So it doesn't even threaten it, but
that
yeah.
doesn't work at all.
Woo, dang.
This.
Forky
Take
fork.
on that.
Ouch.
Yeah. Disaster.
That's
good.
That's painful.
Yeah. I don't know, so many moves. Yeah.
No, this just looks absolutely fabulous.
This is
So let's get back to the game.
Yeah, okay.
yeah.
Sub,
Okay,
Joe, your volume's gone way down just now.
Who's mine?
No, Joe.
Mine did?
I can't hear Joe very well.
I can hear him.
Yeah?
Yeah. He sounds the same as before to me.
Okay. Huh. Chad, can you hear him fine?
I don't know.
Anyway, so I guess yeah, I didn't need to play. I think
I mean, I don't think.
I think I played Queen
difference.
C7, sort of out of an abundance of caution, sort of deal.
Why not? You're up a pawn. Don't need to take any of your risks.
Right? Yeah. No reason to like maybe miss something.
And I mean, the only thing I would like ask you to look at is what was your time usage at this point? Like,
Queen C7. So I've got it's a 90 plus 30 game. We're on move 15, and I spent 3 minutes on Queen C7, and I had 63 minutes left in the game.
Okay. No, I don't think it's really critical. And you need to probably save some more time. I think Queen C7 is just a fine practical choice.
Right. Yeah. I'm not bad on the clock, but I'm not like I don't have an abundance of time.
Yeah, it's not like you were, banging out these first.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we were in unknown territory very quickly.
Like take it on B2. I imagine you probably spent a good 5 minutes making sure your queen didn't get trapped.
Yeah, I think that started all the way back when I took on F3.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, that's always the plan is to take that.
Right.
Is like
Okay,
I'm not gonna go for this. I'm not gonna give up the bishop if I'm just gonna like chicken out on taking the b pawn, unless I find a mistake I made. Then but yeah.
Well, this is a 64 move game, and we're on like move 15, so.
Right.
The end is not.
Okay, so
The last several moves are not very. I become completely winning, then I bungle it a little.
Well, I'm just saying, let's speed up a little bit.
Drew, like the last 30 moves are irrelevant, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just what? So what just happened?
I just started moving through the game.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. I remember seeing this. Like he could go for this queen trade, and I was like, fine.
So yeah. So I was. That's interesting. Just wants.
I could have taken the queen, but.
So he's down a pawn and now wants to trade queens. Huh.
Yeah.
That's dubious.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Dubious.
Odd. But I think actually though he might not have great alternatives if he doesn't.
What about just rook b1?
His queen is under attack.
Just queen b2 then? Well, then
queen b2, then knight c4.
Oh, I guess queen 8.
No, you can't play queen b2.
Oh, this is annoying. His position already just
because
sucks.
That's just dropping more pawns.
His position
this loses a knight. It's trapped. Oh no, yeah, he drops a pawn. Drops a pawn. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, okay. So he can't go to b2. So he could go to b1 with this queen.
This knight's going to be an absolute monster on c4.
Exactly. I think either way, the knight to c4 is but
No, but okay. So we went knight c4. Takes.
Eric, I agree. I really hate those bad pawn structures. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, queen trade. I'm clearly better in this endgame, and so yeah, and like threats abound. Sure. Yeah, okay. So it was pretty straightforward, and then I remember I hung a bishop and made it hard.
Played D.
Don't do that.
Yeah, because if he takes my pawn, I'm going to take a pawn, and win a rook.
All right.
So it's not available. So that's why, because I saw that, so I was like, oh, I can just kick this knight out.
Oh wait. Just takes.
Yeah. I thought this was basically win. I think this basically does win the game. I thought he might have had a better way, but.
Well, I think you're getting 2 pieces for the exchange.
2 pieces for the exchange. Ah, yes.
Right, because this.
Right.
Then I imagine this all happened in the game, right?
Yeah, this is the game exactly.
And you can either.
Well, I can take an exchange myself.
Yeah, you can either take the knight now, or just do this. I think you just up a piece, right? With this.
Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah. So here I was completely winning. I blundered a bishop.
No,
then...
wait. Yeah, it's complicated if you take here.
Right.
But no, it's not. You're just up a piece.
Right. I think either way, though.
Yeah.
I think the way I did it also works, right?
Well, this gives you 2 pieces for the rook. Right?
This is true.
So
Yeah, maybe it was worse.
Hmm.
Did I miss something? Or yeah, I might have over complicated. There might have been. I remember there was something else I saw during the game that might have been wrong, but yeah,
I mean, my
basically,
guess is you probably saw this
yeah,
and then just stopped here and thought, I have to move my king, like, here, something like this, and like now you're not up anything except for maybe like a pawn.
yeah, the same pawn I was up before. I was
Although
probably I
that rook
still.
activity is going to be pretty solid, I think, just with
It's
like
still a winning
rook d8.
But
position,
no,
but
like I
not
mean,
as
like
winning.
that's the only thing I would ask. Like either what you were thinking in the game is when you know played here, what was your evaluation in this line? How far did you go? What was your evaluation at the end? Because this would be something for you to like,
Yeah,
oh, I stopped my calculation here and thought king moves, rook takes.
King
Now I'm
C6 shouldn't be hard, or
right, but I mean, I just don't know if you like calculated this
no,
or
I
you
usually
thought about
over
this in the game.
calculate, and
All right,
then yeah, maybe I'm like, and then I'm seeing some other check and
no, but just as
seeing. I usually calculate myself into seeing a ghost,
putting
basically.
on the scrub coach hat,
Yeah.
like this would be like, what were you thinking? Did
Hmm.
you evaluate this? How did you evaluate it? How far did you go?
Yeah.
Something like a growth area, because that looked just on the surface, you're up a piece.
Right. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, it's well. If I look at my time usage, because again, these are the type of notes I should have made more closer to when I played the game, so I could remember it a little better.
Right.
But I had like 30 minutes left, and I played this sequence kind of quickly. Where did I stopped and thought for a really long time on B6. Oh yeah, because that's where I found that little trick.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then when he played knight takes D2, or then he played yeah. So after B6, I think I was planning knight takes D2, king D. So maybe I had this all planned and didn't even like look at. I just saw.
Well, I guess the question is after
I might not have
King
stopped.
E2, how much time did you spend playing Rook takes C8? Was that just like King E2, Rook C8, like instant?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Within
So, I
a
mean,
minute. Yeah.
yeah,
So
so,
I'd sort of already planned this. I think basically.
yeah, so we'll give that the dubious move,
Yeah.
and we'll give this the exclam. But okay. Anyway, you're still
Yeah.
up a pawn and two pieces for the exchange, right? He has
Yeah.
5 pawns. You have. Oh, it's even better. You're up
Because I
two
won
pawns.
I
Yeah.
won another pawn just
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're
That's
just
why I was like
totally crushing.
two pawns in an exchange. I'm like, you don't need to find much better than that. Even at my, anyway. Um, we can just go. I hung a bishop here. I trapped a bishop. And totally missed
Oh
it.
no! I already see it
Oh, no.
coming. This is.
Well, it's
tragic.
here. Like
There it is. It's trapped.
It's right here.
Yeah, yeah, that was just stupid. That's careless. I was shocked. I was like not even on my radar that the bishop might get trapped there. But I get another pawn for it, so I get two pawns for it. So I'm still winning, but I've made it much harder.
Yeah. But
Yeah. And this encourages him to keep playing forever.
oh, absolutely.
Basically.
I would.
Taking the rook there might be controversial.
No, I think it's fine because you've got to. Your
You got to
advantage is
deal
going
with
to.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your
that's
advantage
why.
is this. Like,
And I have to
and these two versus this is like
No, this is totally
maybe if there was nothing else on, maybe white can still draw it.
So my
But the fact that you have this garbled mess and all these beauties.
I mean,
like,
are you just
there's
playing?
no
Are you
way.
just playing like knight h5, knight g4, like, or
And
knight
I've got
f4?
23 minutes at this point. Yeah, and like I think it violates a little bit. Like there's like that principle, like if your opponent has 2 rooks and you only have 1, you don't want to trade rooks. But
I mean, you're trading pieces into like this is I think the more applicable principle. You're trading pieces into a completely winning ending. Like that's
you gotta say
simple chess.
Yeah.
Full stop. Like nothing much more to discuss.
Right.
You know,
This looks there's no way white's gonna.
And from here I played it. I think I played it mostly okay.
Unless they pull a Charlie, you know, like then I think white's got
still blunder here, but actually it's easier for white to blunder since I'm the one with the knight.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh wait, that was a fork, wasn't it? That was a fork right there. Just knight f5.
Working wall.
Knight f5.
Hanging.
How is your knight going from here to here?
No, back.
Knight.
Rather than playing right here.
Oh.
Just pick up a pawn. Free pawn.
Yeah, I think I saw that, but I think
that looks like a free pawn, sir.
I think more valuable was to block the file and bring my king in the game.
I mean, you just play
and
A6.
outpost. I just thought like outpost this knight and just
play A6 and then you can just start pushing your H pawn.
Yeah, sure. I mean, both probably win, but
I
think I saw it, but I think I was like outpost this knight. I don't.
Okay.
No, it's as long as Seth wins, I'm not sure how much critiquing his technique is going to be merited.
It might have gotten a little squirrely, I think, at some point, but it was pretty winning. Yeah, right here. Great. That's not what you wanted. Yeah. King B5. That's a terrible move.
Right.
That's a terrible move.
So
truly. I remember thinking that at the time, and I'm getting a little low on the clock at this point. 13 minutes left.
Yeah, I just B5, right?
Anything else?
B5.
H6, whatever. Yeah, B5 is fine.
Well, I like H6 too.
Yeah. I had some plan, and I was like, I was like, I couldn't believe, but I think it still wins because of this. Yeah. So.
Whoa! Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, he goes back. He wants to go start. Okay. Huh.
Oh, then okay.
I like this threat. I like that threat. That's cool. The
Which threat?
Yeah. The indirect defense of the G7 pawn.
Oh yes, that was a nice catch.
That's slick.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what are you gonna do instead of this? They play just the check back. Like, are you gonna?
Yeah.
Come back.
No. If they check you, you just. If they check you, you play. Yeah.
You have to play the knight back.
Yeah.
So okay. It's not an actual repetition because you don't actually have to. You don't even need to protect. You could just play A2 here.
If I have to let the G pawn go, I can. Yeah.
You could also just play A2.
A2 is basically, I think how you deal with that.
And how are you defending it now?
Oh yeah, that's true. No, you're right. So if they
a couple pawns and you're not winning anymore.
That's a good point. Let's see. So you could go that's a good point. If you want to keep going, you might have to play B5 and then they take, and then you might have to play King B6. And then they don't have time to take your D pawn. or your H
Yeah,
pawn.
they have to play rook. They have to play rook G1 now.
Rook G1.
Only move.
Wait, why do I have to?
Because just pushing a pawn. How else are you going to stop?
Can I stop it?
Well, that was the move. That's the only move that I'm saying. Rook G1.
Oh yeah, but they could take. He's saying he
now
can
you've
take the
got-
pawn first.
Yeah.
Yeah, now white might
No,
be.
I think you're losing.
Yeah.
So you remember when I said earlier
Yeah, so I might-
that
Because
there's
if,
other
like-
that taking that H pawn might have been a good idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, none of this
Well,
happened.
I mean, I blundered a pawn in there. So.
Fortunately, none of this happened.
Well, I'm just saying it could make it easier.
But all right, now the king's off.
Yeah, now it's.
This isn't easy.
This is pretty straight. Yeah, he can't take this. My king is in nice position. He can't get his rook behind my pass pawn.
Look, I still agree black's better, but I wouldn't say it's just like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
You got
Yeah, I
very
definitely made it
careful.
hard here. I messed up for sure. But well, yeah, wait. Okay. He did not do this. He did not,
You didn't take on b5.
because right, because I'm just he can't stop the pawn. Well, he have to go back with this rook. But then then 93.
No, I think you just do.
Yeah, or that. Yeah, because 93 rook d2.
And then coming back here to stop it.
Yeah, then you're like 93.
Yeah, and now you can't stop it, right? Because there's
King E4 even.
Right.
No, I think just that
Or just push.
wins.
Yep.
Or at the very least, now you've got to win this one. Which
Okay, but
is probably still.
I still no, because
objectively winning.
no, this isn't that hard because there's still two black pawns. Just don't
Wow.
trade all the pawns.
You know, we could have also said it was really easy winning, like way back here.
No, that's what I was saying.
And
I think having both outside passers was gonna be clutch to make it
I think
easy.
that one is more. I think the queen versus the rook with two pawns is more easy, but
I thought it was easier way back when you had like 3 extra pawns,
that it was.
which were connected and passed.
Yeah, I
it was
think I
easier
did
before
learn a
you
little. I
blundered
think
your bishop.
Yeah, there was that one too. But anyway,
Wow, yeah.
we're not here to pick on Seth from 3 months ago.
Right. Well, yeah,
We're here to pick
blundering
on
the
Seth
bishop.
today.
I mean, blundering the bishop. That's like everybody would be like, oh, that's just like
exactly.
it's just like an oh shit moment. Yeah, that's
We're just,
I mean, I had one that tournament I was showing the game from. I had 2 of those. One where I just flat out hung a rook, and can't tell you why to this day that happened. And the other one, I was just
international
like,
master at our local chess club hung a piece outright in one of the last rounds,
it happens.
which is pretty wild.
yeah. Didn't
All right, but
I
anyway.
saw Caruana hang a rook in a game in a
Our
classic
hero
game.
fights on.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
That's a weird
I
choice.
think we should. It's been a while. 2.5 hours.
I don't think we
Okay.
started till like 4:30.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we generally
Anyway,
go about 2 hours.
Let's just
per
see how
stream.
this goes.
All right. You want to see the finish?
Oh, I thought.
No, there was no.
Oh shoot! I thought that we'd already. Never mind. I thought that was what we were looking at. Got it. Okay.
Okay. Now it's
Sorry.
a little trivial, but. Oh, was there here? He resigned, I think.
Yeah.
It's gonna lose his last pawn.
Cool.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
But I did have to get the second sheet, which is a rarity.
That's just nice, clean, and over.
Yeah. So that was a pretty
They'd have to get
scrubby.
second
That was a
sheet.
nice scrubby game.
Yeah, nice
Yeah.
scrubby win.
That was a nice. Yeah. Questionable technique.
That's
you go.
why we're scrubs.
Hey,
We don't have the best technique, that's for sure. Yeah,
a win is a win.
yeah.
Well, thanks, chat. It sounds like Scrubs will not be on next week, but I do plan on returning the show the following week, and maybe. Well, I don't know. I may or may not return it the following week, but we could even do it, Seth, from Denver.
Yeah, yeah. If you're here, we could do the in person.
That would be
wow.
cool. We might do a little in person Denver scrub sesh. We did
Yeah.
one or two
Reunion.
scrub like in person scrub streams, didn't we? I think we've done a couple, but
No, no. Actually, I'm thinking maybe we haven't somehow. I don't know why we never did, but
that would be surprising almost. But
yeah.
I am not playing in a tournament. I'm going because a buddy of mine's celebrating the fact that he's going to have a kid coming up. So, yeah. Going to go celebrate with him.
Way to make it sound really weird. He's gonna celebrate the fact that he's having a kid.
Actually, technically,
Okay.
his brother's throwing the party. So, his brother's having a celebration that he's going to be an uncle. There we go. Make it even one more step removed.
It's still, yeah, it's not, it doesn't resonate as like a life cycle event in the way people are,
Or you're making it seem like it's something that, like, I guess you could celebrate that.
I guess.
That's a choice.
Right.
Not sure if it's my choice, but you know.
Yeah. Sounds to
You
me like
wanna-
your life is basically
His
over. It
brother
sounds like
is
you're
celebrating his opportunity to obtain uncle status.
Yeah, man, uncle status. That really is good. I mean, that's so much easier than parent status.
Yep.
Yes.
I don't have
Parent
to have a
status is
kid.
like, oh,
Somebody
man.
else was managing that
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
I'll just show
You
up
guys got to go
as the
over and
uncle.
see them, and they like always seem cool to me, and then their parents are like, oh,
Yeah.
to deal with all the
And
crap.
I'm celebrating that a friend of mine is
Show
going
up
to
and
be
do
an
fun
uncle.
stuff.
So.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. That's the way to make it sound like normal.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, I gotta get rolling here too.
All right.
Yeah. I'm getting hungry.
Talk to y'all later.